Peace, everyone. I pray all is well. Everybody's journey is going to look different. Everybody's growth process is going to look different. Everybody's frame of mind, perspective, is going to be different. It's going to be unique to that individual by design. That is a blessing. Oftentimes, people who are wanting better for themselves, who are in a state of depression, who are in a low vibration, can feel discouraged when observing others in perhaps a more elevated state of being. Perhaps they have no idea what state that individual is in, but from the outside looking in, it appears more desirable, or maybe it is more desirable. One thing that I've learned is that although that there is value in watching people lead by example, although there is value in appreciating or wanting better from yourself from watching others lead by example, it is also important to understand how vital your journey is and your process is. When we are depressed, there are certain cycles that must be broken. There are certain behavioral patterns that must be altered, and that can take time. No two people are going to go through the exact same experience. Maybe similar. Maybe what served one at a particular time in their life was exactly what they needed in order to move forward. Whereas if you were to get that at that particular time when they received it, it would be of a complete detriment to your life, to your evolution as a soul, as a being. So it's very important to recognize not only are you exactly where you need to be right now, right? That's what a lot of us are aware of. You're exactly where you need to be, right? We are working with a system that has been created in a lot of ways. I'm not saying this is like an ultimate fact because you can operate outside of this perspective in this confine, but we are dealing with a system that has systematically been designed to keep people from understanding certain pieces of information, to keep people ignorant in a very specific way. Now, the divine, the creator, the most high creator, works in mysterious ways. So, as a result, and as a major blessing to us all, we somehow, some way, receive what we need despite the attempt to keep us ignorant. And this is also up to you, your ability to be receptive to these things, to be open enough, to open your heart enough to things that will allow you to receive the information that you need that was systematically withheld from you, if at all, right? So, something that I've learned as of recently is that I haven't necessarily tapped in with my roots as much as I would have liked to throughout my life experience. I've had a little bit of a taste here and there, but my main focus was not necessarily on the culture of my ancestors, we'll say. This is something that I am now realizing is of great value to me. And I wonder, why is it that I have been so ignorant to these things, to these practices? Why is it that I have not seen it? Well, the world may never know how many licks it takes to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop. But regardless, I'm grateful that at this time, I am connecting to those things. I am interested in those things. I'm grateful that for whatever reason, I didn't dive deep into those things at that time period because I have faith in the divine orchestration of my life. Having a certain level of faith is important. If you take a look around and you see beyond the pain and you see beyond the destruction, whether it was self imposed or imposed upon you, you can see great beauty. You can witness the expansion, the consciousness, the bliss. It's undeniable. In a lot of cases, when you see a sunset, when you're full of pent pain, and then you witness the trees or you witness joy at such a high frequency that it rubs off on you. You feel it. You can truly see the divine within all. For some, it's very easy, depending on how they were raised, or just naturally, it's very easy for one to say, yes, there must be a creator of all creations who has allotted us this magnificent opportunity. For some, it is not as easy to experience that. But when it comes to mental health, when it comes to a healthy lifestyle, it is extremely important to have a connection to something that is much bigger than us and that is all encompassing, to a belief or a knowing in a higher power within you, all around you, that it is no coincidence that we are here. And it doesn't matter if, you are somebody who just doesn't believe in a higher power, whatever you want to call it. This is something that cannot be taken from us because it is within us. And so nurturing that awareness, looking around, breathing, being aware of your breath, dissipating this fixation on worrisome thought patterns that make you believe genuinely your life experience is not as important, not as relevant as another's life experience. To revel and to appreciate and to admire those who lead by example, to witness those who are lighting a path through healthy states of being, through clarity, as opposed to holding on to a resentment and imposing anger, imposing frustration or envy onto another person, putting certain beliefs and thoughts upon others that are not true and are simply a reflection of one's own inability to really face why it is that they're feeling this way, why it is they're feeling called to express negatively towards another being who is experiencing themselves authentically. You don't have to sit around and praise people, but at the very least, be aware of your emotional state when you are witnessing others. Be aware of why you are triggered by another person who is reflecting to you authenticity, who is reflecting to you wellness. Become aware of where this feeling comes from. Not only this, feel into it, lean into it with love. We've all been taught so many lies, and so allow me to express to you how valid it is for you to feel some type of way, for you to genuinely be offended, because it's how you feel. And we have to acknowledge the way we feel, whether we like it or not. So to reject the way you feel is counterintuitive. It will not allow for growth. To lean into it, to face that which is holding you back is important. It's imperative. So that you can move forward, so that you can make changes, minor adjustments, incremental changes, major adjustments, quantum leaps if you want to. And I'm going to speak more about the ways in which we can change, and I've already spoken about ways that you can make those incremental changes. But the main thing that I wanted to impart onto all of you is that we should celebrate one another. Instead of fixating on people that we don't like, redirect our focus and attention onto those who actually resonate with our soul and our expression, with where we're at right now, so that you're not expending energy unnecessarily on somebody who is not going to benefit wholeheartedly from your projection or your judgment that ultimately does nothing for your growth. So discern. It's necessary for you to utilize your discernment, utilize your awareness, but you also have to be able to recognize when this is coming from a place of self-sabotage, or when it's coming from a place of genuinely serving your purpose and genuinely serving others, if that is the position that you're in. So I pray that that was helpful in any way. If it was, you already know what to do. Like this video, comment, share, subscribe to my channel. I look forward to continue to build and to connect. So have a beautiful rest of your day. Have a beautiful rest of your night. Have a beautiful rest of your evening. And prepare yourself and enjoy the process. Enjoy the journey. Don't be a hater, basically. Don't be a hater. Appreciate y'all.